people, they flip, they end up telling you their story. Ron Previty being a prime
Right.
example. Did you
Right.
ever create relationships prior to one of these wise guys cooperating and get kind of inside info before
Yeah.
that, or was it always after the fact?
No. I had a good situation during the Merlino era. After the Stafford War, when Merlino's guys took over, it was a strange thing. They were the young kids. They under Scarfo. Now they were in their late 20s, early 30s, and they had a street corner mentality. So what happened was, I'm working at the Inquirer, and I worked in the office in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and there was a young woman who was an intern, and she was from South Philly. She grew up with these guys, and she knew a lot of them. And they used to bitch and moan to her about Anastasia. He only waits what the cops tell him, blah, 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 blah. And so I said to her, look, I said, I'm only as good as my sources of information. Tell these guys to give me a call. So one of the guys calls me up, and he starts bitching and moaning about what I'm writing and blah, blah, blah. And I say, look, all right, here's an example. I even forgot what it was. I'm working on this story, and I'm being told ABC. And he says, screw it, it's really XYZ. And so, I say, okay, let me check it out. So I ask around, and the guy might be telling me the truth. There certainly could be. So I write a story saying, according to law enforcement, ABC. However, according to one underworld source, it's XYZ. And it was like a freaking light went off in the guy's head. It was like access to the media. It's politicians. You can spin. And they wanted to have their story out there. It was more a corner boy attitude than a mafia attitude. It was, they're from South Philly. They don't ever let anybody else get the final word. They want to have. So they say, here's the media. Here's a way to use this guy to tell our side of the story, and basically the thumb knows it. And so a relationship developed out of that. Now I would have drinks or lunch or a meal with these guys sometime and talk about stuff, and they would never tell me, we're going to whack somebody, but I would tell them what I'm hearing, and they would hint at this, that, and the other thing. And it was a way to develop sources. And for a period of time in that era, the Merlino era, I had guys' cell phone numbers. I was able to sit down with guys. I could get in touch with guys. And that was a unique situation that I didn't exist before, and it didn't exist after they all went away to jail.